So basically, in traditional Chinese idea, the human being living in the universe and pretty close relationship with the universe, with the yin-yang changing in universe, and also cause the illness, millennium, yeah, relationship with the yin-yang changing. So that's we talking about. Chapter 3, yeah, chapter 3, 生气通天论. So that's truly discuss about human's life relationship with the natural. So what kind of relationship is there? So still follow the yin-yang changing, people will be healthy. Against the yin-yang changing, people will be getting sick or illness. So Huang said, from the ancient time, the root of the life, is close to the universe. It's a relationship with the yin and the yang. So that's the root of the life, relationship with the heavens, relationship with the yin-yang changing. And within the heaven and the earth, we know heaven, usually we talking about yang, earth, we usually talking about yin. And in the liu is 6, he means direction. When we talking about 6 direction, usually we talking about 4 direction, like east, south, and west, and north. So that's we talking about 4 direction, 4 direction. When we talking about 6 direction, that's we will plus upper and down, So that's we living, inside of 6 directions. So Chinese we call 六合. So that's relationship with heaven qi. And heaven qi, relationship with all the air. So that's we say in mainland China, they have 9 different air. And inside the body, we have 9 orifices. And also relationship with internal organs. And also relationship with, we're talking about 12 jie. So about jie, still some different explanations. But mostly people talking about the big joints inside the body. So that's including the elbow, waist, knee, ankle, shoulder, and hip. But other people maybe have some other explanations, which is follow some common one here. In other words, what talking about here? So that means human body living in the universe. Everything relationship with heaven qi or earth qi, and everything relationship with yin and yang. And heaven qi, yeah, heaven qi, tian qi, tian is heaven. Heaven qi, development with 5 elements. And the yin and the yang, development to 3 stages. What means 3 stages? We say still kind of relationship, whatever yin or yang, we still can separate like a heaven. We put yin yang together here. Yeah, heaven, humans, and the earth. So that means 3 stages. So certainly heaven belong to yang, earth belong to yin, but we can separate with humans in the middle. So that's basically we say we need to follow the yin-yang changing. Follow the like 5 seasons changing. If we against the ruler, means yin-yang changing. Like last chapters, we say winter time we need more like rest, less exercises, and put more clothes there, and sleep early, get up late. That's the first day we talk about. So if people don't do that, yeah, like do too much exercises in the winter and raining too much, put too less more clothes, if always we talk about maybe not just one time, yeah, if always against that kind of ruler, that passenger qi will invading the body. And for long term, yeah, for long term, people maybe get severe illness and short the time of the life. So that's basically still talking about our living. Still need to follow the yin-yang changing, follow the your universe. And if tian qi is clear, yeah, tian qi. So we say usually heaven qi, yeah, tian qi is heaven qi. Yeah, that's Chinese words here. Yeah, Chinese words here. Just means heaven. Yeah, just means heaven. If heaven qi is flashing and clear, flashing still means clear. Yeah, clear. That will be like everything peaceful and people happy. So that's basically like if the day with sunshine, everybody is happy. Everybody is happy. And that's like maintenance or stronger the yang qi, because heaven belong to yang, heaven belong to yang. And in that kind of condition, even passenger qi or even around it people still couldn't evade it. So thus we follow the yin-yang changing. People's body is healthy and the yang qi is strong. And the passenger qi, passenger evil, will not able to evade it. So that's the condition, is yang qi strong condition. So that's why we still use the surges, yeah, surges. So surges put our spirit or mind mainly focus adaptate of yin-yang changing or season changing. So they are followed like a heaven qi or yin-yang changing. So that's basically surgeons is not easily getting sick or illness. But if some people are against that kind of changing, that will cause block internally of the body, including non-orifice. And externally, basically, we talk about superficial of the body, muscles, channels, and will damage 胃气. So that will damage internal yang qi, and certainly is easily caused illness, cause sick. So that kind of sick or illness is called self-impairment. Self-impairment means because their self-body is weaker, even not that stronger passenger, because their yang qi is too deficiency, wei qi is deficiency. So that will cause the people sick or ill. Then talking about the body relationship with the universe. So body yang qi inside of the human bodies, just like the sun in the sky. We know sun how important for our life, for universe. Without the sun, nothing. So yang qi, the same as important as the sun. So if the sun don't have bright, don't have warm, everything will be died, including the animal, including the plants, everything, nothing. So that's how sun important. So the sun moving in the heaven is regularly. We know in the morning they rushing up, and in the afternoon they go down. Certainly it's the earth turning there, but in the ancient time, they didn't talk about the earth turning around the sun. People just thinking about the sun rising up in the morning and falling down in the evening. That's in the ancient time. So that should follow that rulers. And similar like body yang qi, similar body yang qi. So still follow that rulers. In the daytime, go to superficial of the body. And then in the evening time, healing inside the body. So that's yang qi protected of the body. So that's pretty important. And in the cold weather, means like in the winter, mostly in the winter. yang qi still inside the body, but they still need moving smoothly in the body. But they're holding inside. They're talking about holding inside, just like a door hygiene. So what means? So yang qi holding inside is not show up, but they make everything moving smoothly, like we have door here. Yang qi holding inside the part, but they are able to make the door open and close smoothly. So that kind of moving inside, holding inside, but make everything moving smoothly. If we like any kind of rushing activity in the day life, that means especially like in the winter time, in the cold weather. Yeah, we still follow the last sentence here. We say yang qi holding inside of the body, but make everything smoothly moving. If some rushing activity disturbing yang qi, yeah, disturbing, they use Sheng qi here. So still inside of the body, and yang qi and Sheng qi basically belong to our spirit part, and then cause the yang qi like go to more superficial. That's go to superficial in the cold weather will cause the problems and cause people getting sick or illness. So that's in the winter. This give us an example. Yeah. So in the cold weather or in the winter, yang qi should be holding inside. Yeah. Don't disturb it. Don't disturb it. If we disturb it, it's possible cause sick or illness. And then they talk about some conditions of the illness. Talking by summer heat, thus we go to the summer right now. Still some example here. Talking by passenger or passenger evil, EPI, summer heat, people will be sweating and restless and even asthma. So when they like cry, yeah, when they cry, yeah. So when they try to calming their down, they still talking, yeah, still talking. That's the quiet part. That's the quiet part. Like people sometimes they're crazy, but right now they are not crazy, but they still keep talking. And if they have a fever, the body pretty hard, how hard it is, just like a burning coal. So that's talking about people attacking by the summer heat condition. But these kind of patient, yeah, these kind of patient, they still belong to EPI condition. we still can use producing, sweating, and treated. So these kind of condition, if after sweating, the fever will be disappeared. So that's patient getting sick relationship with the seasons, summer heat. Then talking about if attacking by the dampness. So attacking by the dampness, the head look like something brown, just heavy, yeah, heavy. We're still talking about right now, like people getting dampness emitting, the body will be heaviness. And if the dampness combination with the heat together and not removed immediately, then we cause the tendons of sinus spasm. So they separate large sinus and small sinus. Contractors or relaxing means they damage sinus problems. So possible contraction like muscle spasm, possible relaxate means the weakness. So we say contractions means spasm in there. Relax means weakness in there. So generally speaking, we say damp heat combination. I would like to say more dampness will be more blocking the channels. Yeah, will be more blocking the channel. But truly, damp heat together will damage the sinus. So that's another example for EPI evadings. And another example here, attacking by wind. Yeah, attacking by wind. People will suffer from edema. So basically, we're talking about here kind of wind water. I think we're talking about wind water before. Like especially talking about bodies, that kind of edema starts from the face. It's not like a start from the lower part. It's not an internal organ causing edema. It's caused by wind edema. So patient got edema start from the face, and then possible go to other part of the body. They're talking about the 4 different passenger evil here. So individually, they happens, they cause the different problems, but they're alternatively attacking by 4 different kind of evils. Will severe kind of damage body yang qi will be collapsed. Yeah, so each kind of passenger evading, they will damage in different degree of the yang qi. So we're talking about wind attacking, damp heat attacking, summer heat attacking, cold attacking. So they talking about 4 different kind of passenger invading inside the body will damage body yang qi. Certainly, in 4 seasons, yeah, different season, different passenger invading. 4 seasons, possible have 4 different kind of passenger invading. If patient or people continually attacked by the 4 different kind of evils, finally yang qi will be closed. So that's still talking about yang qi relationship with body's healthy condition. So we're talking about when people do too much working, will make yang qi hyperactive. Yang qi too hyperactive will damage yin and essence. So that's we're talking about yin-yang relationship. So essence belong to part of the yin, but it generates yin and yang. And repeatedly, yeah, people always overworking. And in summertime, yeah, in summertime, it will cause the problems they call 坚决 syndromes. What means 坚决 syndromes? So basically, that's talking about a condition, people suddenly losing the vision, blue vision, or losing the vision, and losing the hearing. So what's that meaning? So summertime, yeah, summertime, more heat, and then people overworking, damage yin, damage essence. Yin and essence nourishing the orifice. If orifice losing the nourishing, vision will be decreased, hearing will be lost. So that's cause the orifice problems. So that's suddenly happens. Yeah, suddenly happens. Just look like overflowing kind of water. It damages everything. So they just gave an example like orifice immediately losing function. Truly, whole body losing function also. So that's talking about in the summer or working there. And 人阳气, body 阳气. When people getting angry, when people getting angry, the yang qi will be dispersing, and it will be go to upper part of the body and cause stagnation in the upper part of the body. And then that kind of condition finally result they call 薄虐. So that's 伯爵. So that's the condition. It's like people suddenly losing consciousness because the qi reversed. We're talking about the qi stagnation and then blocking there. So that's the condition, and also the muscles and the tendons is damaged, and the people couldn't moving, weakness couldn't moving, sweating in the half part of the body, and eventually development process. So what we're talking about here, basically it's kind of windstroke, windstroke condition. We know windstroke mainly trigger reason, emotions, emotions, big angry, and then suddenly people can losing consciousness and losing half part of the body's functions. They couldn't move, and they couldn't perform functions mainly in the half part. So that's another condition here. Then talking about some other condition. If people sweating, so during the sweating, and invading by the dampness, so people sweating usually some heat inside the body. Heat combination with the dampness together, that will cause the skin issue, like blocking in the superficial of the bodies. So that's freckles and some picky, some heat, some kind of a skin rash, small, pretty small skin rash. And still separate condition here, still separate condition here. And if patient always eating greasy kind of food, then cause the big skin condition, freckles, and other illness. Then still give a examination here. It's just look like something empty. Something empty. It's easily putting something go to inside. So in other words, people always eating some greasy food, or maybe some food, look like it's rich, but basically mostly it's fatty food in there. So that's easily cause internally deficiency. And that kind of deficiency, just like an empty container, is pretty easily received things. So that kind of body condition is easily getting illness. In other words, we need eating everything, not only the single food, especially not for the greasy food. And the sweating, still during the sweating, attacking by cold wind. Firstly, we're talking about attacking by the dampness. Now we're talking about attacking by the cold wind during the work. And the cold accumulation in the superficie of the body, blocking there, can changing to heat. So that's the pinking heat, skin rushing coming from. And then severe kind of stagnation there, leading to acne. So that's basically talking about external condition invading, especially during the sweating time. So sweating time is or pulse is open there. Like we open the door, passenger pretty easily evading internally. So that's for the sweating time. So Sheng, Sheng is nourishing by body yang qi. So yang qi is strong. Yang qi is strong. The Shen is clear. Shen is clear. That's the words used here, refresh it. And the yang qi also nourishing the sinners. Sinners will be softer. Softer is normal. Softer is normal. It's harder is abnormal. So basically, we're still talking about yang qi function. Yang qi nourishing Shen, nourishing internal bodies, tendons, muscles. And when the pores open, that's we're talking about like sweating. Sweating time, pores always open. Or maybe closed abnormally. Like we couldn't control the pores open and close. So like should be closed time, they are not closed. And the cold qi here, basically we talk about EPI passenger. They are easily breathed in with body, with wind. Cold passenger will evading internal body through the pores. Through pores. And make the body unable stringing up. So basically cold evading. People try to hold it together. So that means couldn't stringing up. And the cold passenger, that's Han Qi, go to deeper to the channels. That will stay between the muscles and the muscles. Muscles in the intercessions. Between muscles and the muscles. So that's basically the Chinese words here. But just thinking about between still superficial of the body, they will blocking the channel here. And if the cold passenger, Han Qi here means cold passenger, evading the body through the Shu means acupoints. Shu is acupoints. We know acupoints relationship with channels and the relationship with the organs. So that means passenger cold evading more deeper through the acupoints. Then can evading the organs. Then the organs functions will have disorder. So cold relationships organs mainly is the key. And the emotion relationship with the organs, fear or fear. So that's the patient can cause the emotions, fear or fear. Generally say that passenger go to from superficial more deeper and deeper. So if only go to superficial, make people just couldn't strengthen the body, like try to holding together. And if evading the channels, they will blocking the between the muscles and the muscle area. What's the problems usually? Painful. So that's clinically we are pretty common to say qi and blood blocking in the channels, local qi and blood blocking. And if evading more deeply, go to the organ. So that's basically truly cause the organ's symptoms. And then the han qi, if the the cold still evading, still go inside the body and blocking stagnation in there, we're talking about they go to the channels blocking between the muscles and the muscle stagnation in there. So that's blocking nutrition qi circulation, couldn't moving, and cause the nutrition qi stagnation in there, and cause the carbuncles and the ulcers. So that's blocking the muscles can cause pain, and blocking long term still changing to heat. Still changing to heat. And when the sweating not over, still during the sweating time, body qi and the body generally will be weaker. So that's if we're talking about if blocking, if blocking, they talk about closed here. Basically blocking acupoints. That's another condition will be happens. We call Feng Nue. That's basically Feng is wind, Nue is malaria. Syndrome will be happen. What's Feng Nue syndrome? Basically, patient will be have fever and chilled alternatively. So that's basically is still wind blocking and damage body functions.
Jen, sorry, quick question. In this context, if about when acupoints are closed, how we should interpret this? Acupoints are closed. How we should interpret this?
So in the last page, we talk about the acupoints. We talk its names with Shu. That's connected with the channels. So channels should be like a moving qi moving inside pretty smoothly moving there. So that's through each of the points here. If it closed means it's blocking there.
Okay.
Blocking there means the qi couldn't move in past.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Then especially talking about passenger wind. Passenger wind. So passenger wind responsible for different kind of illness. I think we talking about before. Wind caused 100 different kind of illness. Means wind bring other passenger go in. Wind bring dampness go in. Wind bring cold go in. Or wind bring the passenger heat go in. So that's why we're talking about the wind response with different kind of passengers or cause different kind of illness. So if patient keep a peaceful mood, so now we're talking about emotions here. We know the illness can cause by external reason. External reasons, we're talking about 6 evils. Yeah, 6 evils, like a wind, cold, heat, dampness. Yeah, so that's external pathogen. Emotions belong to internal, yeah, internal reason cause illness. Internal, we name 7 emotions. So when people got sick or illness, possible guide by external reason, possible guide internal reason. So if external pathogen evading, but you don't have internal reasons, so internal emotions is more peaceful, mood is peaceful. And we're talking about still between muscles space there, basically superficial body will be close up, means body superficial strong, and then can prevent passenger evading. So means emotions still normal, holding yang qi inside. So in this kind of situation, even severe kind of wind or even passengers, toxins couldn't damage the body. So that's we say we can easily follow the season changing, keep our emotions, keep our body strong. Even passenger wind is severe, still couldn't invade of the body. So that's basically in this part, this part. To see if I have question in this part. Then still talking about the passengers, long-term illness, long-term illness, keeping inside the body, they will transforming and getting some changing. If they getting severe, like a blocking inside and couldn't communicate like inside, like upper and lower is totally blocking, means the illness pretty severe in that state. Even very good doctor couldn't help. In other words, we try to treat the problems or illness as early as possible. Then we can treat the problems. If we treat too late, no people can help. No people can help. So we say the yang qi accumulation here means stagnation. We say yang qi is important, but it's stagnation in somewhere. Stagnation in somewhere or blocking somewhere. they can land into severe kind of illness or even death. So in this kind of condition, we try to moving qi and dispersing the passengers. We can use the purging way. So here talking about like excessive heat condition, blocking internally. We need purging. We need purging. Like we talking about the 承气汤 before. We have 大承气汤, 小承气汤, 调味承气汤, including different kind of patient's condition we can use. So that means excessive kind of yang qi stagnation in here. If we are not treated immediately or treated incorrectly, that can make a patient die. So depending what kind of condition, if we treat not right, that maybe cause people die. Then still talking about yang qi inside the body, protected with external, means superficial of the body in the daytime. In the morning time, it got activity. In the noon, it reached its top part. Then in the afternoon, they got a little bit decline. Little bit decline. And the sweating pulse closed. And when go to evening, go to dark part. Yang qi, they say stop moving, means not moving in the superficial way. They stay inside of the body. And when they go to inside the body, in that time, bone and sinews should not be disturbed. What means that meaning? Means there are less physical activity. And also not be exposed to the dog, means basically not go outside, holding inside of the room. So that means the yang qi holding inside the body or physical activity will be stopped. And our body holding inside of the room. So that we follow yin-yang changing here. If against this kind of movement, we talk about 3 stages here: morning, noon, and evening. So that's finally or eventually weaker the body or cause the illness. We still say, still depending the persons. Still depending the person. Some people pretty young, their yang qi pretty strong. When they're young, they don't have trouble. But long term, against this kind of ruler will cause the people sick or illness. When we're talking about the yin part, we just finished yang part. Then we're talking about the yin part. So yin keep the essence inside and support yang qi. So that kind of yin-yang relationship and make yang qi stronger that means form, and keeping in the externally and protected of the bodies. So that's kind of yin-yang relationship there. They holding each other, they support each other. And if yin couldn't communicate with yang, that means yin fell to containing yang, like couldn't holding there. So the blood in the channels will flow in rapidly. And then that's if go to some heat condition, the yang qi will be make it crazy. That's the mannered condition here. So if the yang qi, if the yang qi is different, not able to communicate with the yin, that will cause the disorder, blocking the non-orifice. So this page, basically, they talk about the yin-yang relationship here. Yin-yang should be kept balanced. If yin couldn't holding yang, that's basically we're talking about yang excessive condition. Yang excessive condition, like the pulse will be rapidly, and the people will be go to crazy. And if yang couldn't holding yin, means yang deficiency. Yang deficiency kind of condition, that will cause the internal organ disorder. Internal organ disorder, we say orifice is the open part of the orifice. So orifice disorder will be show up, but truly it's internal organ disorder. Like we just discussed before, people suddenly losing the vision, suddenly deafening. It's not only means orifice disorder, means internal organ be damaged. So that's the yin-yang relationship in there. If yin or yang have problems, that will cause the problem. So still, the surgeons or smart people always try to balance the yin-yang and maintain the normal condition between yin and yang, between the muscles and the channels and the bones and the marrows. Everything is balanced and make the qi flowing smoothly, blood flowing smoothly. So in this way, external, internally will be harmonized and balanced. Passenger evil will not able to evade it. And the ear and the eyes will have their functions, hearing function and see functions. So still means internal organs, normal functions. So that's we still talking about the maintenance of our body, qi blood moving smoothly, maintenance yin and yang. When wind evading, so now we're still talking about some passenger even evading. Yeah, when wind evading the body, basically they damage qi. So they damage yang qi first, And gradually they will damage yin part, damage essence. Thus, because the wind, and the wind is the passenger relationship with internally is the liver. So thus will be damage the liver. So thus the passenger wind invading. And then if people overeating, they will make their signals and the channels kind of weakness. So remember, so they use the signals here, but basically they talk about the muscles. And then caused chumpy, like some people have some dysentery kind of condition, blood inside. So in here, still talking about like some overeating make internal organs disorders. And over drinking will make the qi reverse. Flowing adversely means cause some qi go to wrong directions. And over excited. So means more physical working will damage kidney qi. And they're talking about Gao Gu. Gao is high, Gu is bone. So basically they're talking about spinal and the liver region. So in this kind of page, they're talking about some, like a wind belong to external passenger. And overeating, over drinking, and over physical examination or activity is some other reasons can cause the body sick or illness. So means we try to maintain the body healthy condition. We also pay attention what we eat. Everything not over. Everything not over. Not over eating. Not over drinking. So over drinking here, they still talking about the wind. It's not the water. Not the water. Like alcohol kind of. But in the ancient time, alcohol is not a stronger kind of alcohol, but still not over. And not over physical activity. They will damage different part of the body and cause the problems. So that's the key. Yeah, that's the key of yin and yang. So when yin yang harmonized, body will be strong. Yeah. Yin will be strong. And the yin yang balanced, just like in a year, we have season changing. If we only have like spring season, no autumn, we only have winter, no summer. So that kind of yin yang changing is imbalanced yin yang inside the body. So imbalance of the yin yang inside the body truly will cause the sick or illness. So that's for culture healthy, we maintain yin-yang from different aspects. And then we talking about if yang is too strong. Yang is too strong means excessive and will damage yin, like too much heat, damage body fluid. And yin peaceful and yang harmonize each other, and the body can be normal. If yin-yang couldn't harmonize each other, even severe kind of condition, they separate each other. The essence will be totally losing. Thus, we're talking about patient will be dead with yin-yang separate condition. So if we're touching by the wind condition, so basically door and the wind is kind of EPI wind cold or may possible with some dampness evading. That's cause the cold and the fever. That's we talking about EPI, chill and the fever, same time. Then some different seasons, are touching by the wind. In the spring season, touching by wind, it will cause the diarrhea. And if the summer season, summer season, usually are talking by summer heat. Thus we cause the malaria. We're talking about usually it happens possible in the fall season. And if we're talking about dampness in the autumn, will cause the cough. And then they will cause the weakness of the limbs, like dampness blocking the channels. If we are talking by the cold in the winter, it's caused the warm diseases or February diseases, seasonal February disease, like we talk about the flu in the spring. So passengers possible, in fall seasons, possible can attacking internal organs if our body yang qi not that strong, and gradually evading internally will damage internal some organs. So that's still fall seasons. It's normal qi in there, but it's over. Our body is too weaker. We're talking about the balance, or environments or passenger evils with our body zheng qi balance here. So body zheng qi is strong, people will not getting sick. Body zheng qi weaker, passenger is evading the body, cause the cycle illness. So that happens in the same season. Some people getting sick, other people not getting sick. Even flu attacking. Some people got flu, some people didn't got. That's because body 正气 is different. And another kind of condition we're talking about, like the same person, body 正气 is the same, but the passenger is different. If passenger is too strong over the body 正气, people still getting sick. So always talking about the passenger relationship with body 正气. Then talking about the body 正气 relationship with the food we eat. So it is transformed from 5 flavor, means or food. And the orifice, storage that kind of flavor. So thus the yin also possible damage by the 5 different kind of flavor. So that means our bodies are also more relationship with the food we're eating. We're talking about the 5 different kind of flavor. So excessive take some kind of flavor will damage different organs functions. We say excessive take salt, thus mainly damage liver qi. Liver control the spleen, so that also cause the spleen qi deficiency. And excessive take salty flavor damage the bone. That means damage the kidney qi. And then the bone is getting weaker. So will cause the muscles weaker, shorter. We say earth control the water. And when the water kind of deficiency or water kind of disorder also damage the spleen function and also control the heart, damage the heart. So these parts still talking about the relationship, 5 elements control each other. And the excessive take the sweet food. So that's talking about the mothers and the sons relationship here. So it will take some mother's qi, sweet flavor go to the spleen. And when spleen have like too much sweet flavor, so they take the energy from the fat. And they take some energy from the like the stagnation in there, fear in there. And the face will be blocked. And also kidney qi imbalance. So still thinking about 5 elements relationship in there. 5 elements relationship in there. And excessive take bitter and against make the spleen qi stagnation and the stomach qi is thick. So about this part, still have more discuss. Some people have different idea. So right now I try to use like both control circle and mother sons or generation circle to explanation here. But truly some people, they have different idea. They say maybe in the ancient time, the different flavor is not like right now we're talking about go to the same channel of or organs. So like bitter taste, right now they talking about mainly damaged the spleen qi, and the sweet taste mainly damage heart qi. So this page, this part, truly have a lot of different opinion or different idea. So you can try to go to more book, yeah. But right now I just try to use both mother and son's relationship and the control circle to give some explanations. So that's for classical book. We have question, we couldn't ask a patient, they write the book. We just try to use or understanding, or maybe some other books, try to get some explanations. But truly, there are some different idea with some idea we're talking about right now. But whatever, we're talking about 5 different kind of flavor. If they are balanced, like we eat any kind of flavor, balanced, not only eat one kind of flavor. So that can make our bones strong, or muscle strong, and the qi blood flowing smoothly into muscle space is formed. So that's basically our body strong, and the people will not getting sick or ill. So still follow the yin-yang changing and the maintenance or healthy condition. So that's the mainly we need to follow or talking about how important we follow the yin-yang changing, how important like a maintenance or body zhengqi. Body zhengqi strong, people will not getting sick or ill. So that's in this part, in